this is about my take on these three things, my opinion on these three things, and I'll wait for the people that I would like to have this conversation with. So till then, I'll hold my thoughts to myself and let's wait for them. I hope they come soon. I've told everyone that I'm going to be alive in a while. Till then, what do I have to say? I think these three concepts are as simple as they are controversial, or as they have been made controversial. I guess there's so much to these three things that they have become controversial. People don't understand that they can have their own opinion about these things, and whatever they feel is true as well, because these three things are not just confined to one person's understanding. You cannot define these things. Guys, sorry, I'm not doing tarot readings right now. Not today. Isha and Arpita, I'm not doing tarot readings today. I am here to talk about some things: the light, the dark, and the creator. Before I go to sleep today, I'm going to talk about these things. I'm just waiting for the people, a specific person who asked me about this. Not even really asked me, but actually shared something about this, and I would like to talk about it. कोई नहीं मैम, आपको सुनकर अच्छा लगा. Thank you. So sweet of you, Arpita. Thanks. आप लोगों का दिन कैसा चल रहा है? कैसा रहा? सॉरी, कब तो ख़त्म हो गया. कैसा रहा आप लोगों का दिन? आई होप अच्छा रहा हो. यहाँ पे तो बहुत बारिश है. It's raining so much. Cats and dogs. Wild cats and dogs actually. बढ़िया गणेश जी के साथ. ओह हाँ. Very nice. यहाँ तो flood. I'm safe and cozy in my house while everything everything outside is drenched. Amil, I'm going to talk about something that you talked about in the comment: the creator, the light, and the dark. Radhe Radhe Kanika. Amil, I would like to start this conversation with you sharing your take on all the three of these things or either of these things. हाँ होती तो है, बट यहाँ पे काफ़ी शेल्टर्स वगैरह बनाए हैं स्ट्रीट डॉग्स के लिए और काउस के लिए, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा शहर नहीं है ना. इट्स नॉट वेरी अर्बनाइज्ड. इट इज़, बट Jammu still has its own. Jammu is still slightly old school, so we have space for everyone. Everyone will be taken care of in Jammu. This is the city of temples for a reason. So, Mil, I'm waiting for your comment. Are you here? Because when I read your comment, Isha, hi. When I read your comment, Emil, I thought hard over the years. I think there's always an ebb and flow of light and darkness. Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. Where is there is light, there is darkness, because there's shadow. But when we say the creator, the light, and the shadow, yeah, there definitely is a lag, because uh, when we post comments in the live, it takes a while to get uploaded and to be shared with me who's doing the live. But it's okay, I get it. So when I read your comment, it instantly struck me in my mind that I should talk about this because I think what I think about the creator, the light and the dark, I think it's a very interesting take. I don't know. I've not heard a lot of people present these concepts like this. Duality gets the best of you sometimes. Oh, I assure you, I trust me, it gets the best of a lot of people who are very self-aware. People who are not self-aware, they really don't know what's going on most of the times. But self-aware people, that's a very big problem. But how I see light and dark, see, everything is created by the creator. Whoever, whatever the creator could be for anyone. Okay. But how I see light and dark is not negative and positive, evil or, you know, uh, God or whatever. I see light as, oh, I said light and the light went out. Can you believe that? Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Guys, just a sec. Oh my god. Light and dark, see? Light and dark. Alright. I hope you guys can see me. This was funny and bizarre at the same time. Okay. I'll talk about, like I was saying, that as the creator has created everything, the creator creates everything, both light and dark. I think light is light is something from what everything emerges, and darkness is where everything goes back to. In the most layman language, I would put light as the birth and darkness as the death. And as simple as saying that light is a seed, okay, and dark is like a nuclear weapon. Like it was created not to destruct but to end something. It is so powerful though. Darkness is very powerful, as powerful as light. And it is just how we use energy, I guess. And to make it simpler for us to understand the potential of energy is how we you know, categorize our intentions with light and dark. See, light is everything, however we use energy, in its light way or in its dark way, it depends on us. It depends on the alchemist. Okay. Energy is energy at the core level. It is either transformed, transmuted, or whatever. And how we use energy is how we put meaning to it. So we want to create something with this, or we want to destroy something with this. Our is how we define the attributes of light, of energy, light or dark. So when I say that I want to do shadow work, a lot of people connect shadow the work with darkness, that there's some darkness inside me that I need to destroy. I don't see darkness like that. I see darkness as untamed, undefined energy. Like this potential. There's some untapped energy that is just messing with my field. I just need to use it for something. And because I'm not able to use it for something, it's creating trouble in my aura. So I don't see darkness as bad per se. I see darkness as untapped, untamed energy that is just creating a mess, a block. So I transmute it rather than destroying it. And very interestingly, you talked about fire in your comment. I'm very close to fire. I mean, I associate a lot with dragons. If I have to say it, I have the soul of a dragon. Okay, so like fire is my thing. So when I talk about fire, fire is not here to destroy something. Fire is very purifying. People say that you put something to fire and it gets destroyed. No, nothing gets destroyed in this universe once it's created. Nothing is destroyed. It is just energy. When we put fire to it, when we alchemize something with fire, fire cleanses it. Whatever extra energy that is clogging it, that is stopping it from being aligned, creating all this mess inside it. Fire alchemizes it. Like, it's like fire is like a catalyst to my process. If I focus on a part of this energy, if I think there's a, for example, I say that if there's a dark entity attached to me, okay, for example, I say that there's a dark entity attached to me and I want to do a ritual. Okay, just plain language. I want to do a ritual with fire. I don't do that ritual with fire to destroy it. I do a ritual with fire to put it back in place. That whatever damage that extra energy has done to me, I'm going to give it back to the universe. I'm going to reset it, bring it back to its core level, its basics. And I'm going to give it back to the universe. Almost saying, not filtering it, but resetting it to its default level, 1111 on the timer, to its default setting. How was it? What was it like? How was it like when it was first created? That's what fire does. Brings you back to level 1. Basic core energy, so that you can use it again for better things. But because I use fire to bring it back to its level 1, and I give it back to the universe, it's not with me, and it's not even with the sender. It is with God. It's with the Creator. It's wherever it's supposed to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense to you. I hope I'm not my words are not, my words don't sound gibberish. I hope I'm making sense. But coming back to light and darkness, I don't see darkness as evil. I see darkness as very, very potent energy. See light as the ebb and the flow of serene and chaos. The good and the bad things that happen in our life. Like, again, for me, bad doesn't exist. There are unfortunate things that happen. Yes, for me. I don't say anything bad. I say unfortunate. That this is how it was supposed to be and this is how it happened. And it's sad. It's sad. But if this is how it was supposed to be, what can I say? I'm supposed to move on, learn from it, understand why it happened, and get going. And whatever it did to me, transform it, transmute it, because it came in with some energy. If it did damage to my field, I'm supposed to heal that. Take that energy, collect it all, transmute it, transform it, alchemize it, and give it back. And what's mine will stay with me, what's not will go away. That's how I end every time I transmute energy. That's how I end my meditative trance. Like, what's mine stays, what's not mine goes away. Yeah, definitely we're on the same wavelength, of course. Of course. See, Cloud also agrees. So, 144. Oh, wow. That's my number, 144. That's my purpose. 144 is the timeline of my purpose. But anyway, darkness and light are not opposites. They're just aspects of how humans define their intentions with energy, I feel. Dark is something that we don't understand. We don't see a face to it. It's dark. We can't see shit. It's there. It is something, but what is it? We don't know. So we bring light to it. We do something with it. We sit in it and we try to understand it. Either we see it or we feel it. So that's dark and light. And I don't know, but you said that we are on the same wavelength. So great. But that's the best case scenario. Because all my life, like ever since I was like 4-5 years old, I have been under a lot of psychic, spiritual, energetic attacks. I have seen more darkness as compared to light. But what I understood is darkness is only projected, untamed energy. Even if I saw what all, I don't know, there was so much that I saw. I encountered entities. I was visited by so many entities, countless entities for years. I still am. I still talk to them. But earlier I used to be scared of them as a kid. But it took me almost 10 years to understand, really begin to understand actually what was going on. I was too young, we didn't have internet, I had nobody to talk to. And when I tried at a very young age, people were like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. So 10 years of my life, almost 10 years of my life, I thought I was crazy. But after 10 years, I realized, no, there is some reality to what's going on with me. I'm not totally crazy. And I understood something, that when we shoo away darkness, it gets darker. If you run away from darkness, it'll still be dark. Nothing is going to change about it. But when you sit there and you have a light glowing inside you, you will illuminate that darkness. And nobody will be able to stop you. You and only you. I mean, only we can change the dark to light, light to dark, whatever. So when I encountered all these entities, when I was attacked, visited by all these, I don't know what all was going on. Um, I used to be scared, but then I was like, you know what? It is happening anyway. All these years, somehow, through all these years, I gained a lot of courage. And watching a lot of movies and documentaries and whatnot, I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to them. And through dreams, and then eventually in reality, I started talking to them. And earlier, I used to be scared and intimidated and very defensive. But then eventually, I started counseling them. It's a very funny thing. I started counseling them, I started talking to them. I was like, what are you here for? What is going on with you? What do you want? Do you think it's all worth it? You are souls, you're not even human beings. You should know better. And this, that, whatever. So that was my way of alchemy. I talk. I try to convince people. I'm a healer. I heal them through words. I make somebody feel welcome. So darkness will not go away if you run away from it. It's not going to change. It will exist. And if it's your responsibility, somehow you're destined, or it's your soul contract to alchemize the darkness, it'll visit you again and again. We all need to learn how to deal with darkness in life, with our personal experience, to come and shine light. Yeah, of course. See, there's no rocket science. It is very simple. People complicate it with so much. It is so simple. Just be honest to yourself. That is all it takes to shine. Be honest with yourself. You're a bad person, you're a good person, you're whatever kind of person. Be honest to yourself. Know who you are. Yes, exactly. It is. Your cloud, you're absolutely right. Walking through is the best way, even though it's hard to do at times. You know what? You won't believe, a friend of mine from Canada, he said to me once, I was having a headache, okay? And this guy, I said, I don't want to go to the sun. I don't want to go there. I want to go through the shade and everything. I have a migraine. Sunlight triggers my headache a lot. And he was like, you know what buffaloes do? I said, what? When they see a stormy cloud, they see a storm approaching, they don't run away from it. They go towards it because they know when they go towards it, they're going to cross it sooner. They're going to cross paths with it and eventually they'll be away from it. I was like, okay, interesting. That's a very interesting take. So that's one of the things that I usually do. Whenever I see something that intimidates me, something dark, I see as it has a potential of alchemy. I see their potential for a new experience, and it doesn't scare me anymore. In fact, I think because of these, for the for the lack of better words, I think my curiosity has led to my spiritual ascension, has led to my understanding of things that we cannot see, of the unseen. or even the unheard. Just my curiosity as a child, because I was like, no, you know what? I am not crazy. I'm not crazy. People call me crazy, but I know I'm not crazy. Somehow I think I have superpowers. I'm going to do it. I'm going to see what's going on. And my that crazy curiosity and self confidence and honesty with myself, I was like, nobody will stand up for me. I will. I stood up for myself. And that was the only reason I shined bright. I never put myself down. I understood this at a very young age. If I'm just with myself, the universe will do justice with me. It's how I treat myself as how the universe is going to treat me. I understood this somehow at a very young age. So that's how I treated myself. That's how I saw life. Though people thought I was crazy, people thought I was a freak. And I was like, you know what? I couldn't give two damns about it. It's affecting me. Even if at the end of the story, if at the end of the journey, I realized that I was a fool, it'll be worth the experience. I know. I would have had a lot of fun. I would have learned something through it. So I did a lot of things. I navigated through stuff on my own. I was always honest with myself. And all after all those years of working, I realized that all these years I had been working on myself. And that's what made me shine brighter every day, every year, every decade. That's, you know, I was attacked all my life. I still am under a lot of spiritual attack. I guess they see my light and they're jealous of me. There are a lot of energetic haters I have, but I don't hate them. If they come to me and confront me, every time they send something towards me, I talk and I become friends with those things. I'm like, you know what? I am a zero judgment zone. If you send a wounded energy towards me, I will be compassionate and I'm going to show them love, and then they're going to know that there's something better out there in the world and they have a purpose in this life and they can do better with themselves rather than chasing people and human beings and siphoning on their energy. Yes, I'm trying to do this more. When I avoid it, it seems like it's harder to deal with it. Of course it is. It piles up. It does pile up. It will always be there. It will not leave you alone. It will not leave you alone. It is hard. It is hard. And some people are destined, some people have hard lives because they have superpowers. Grey. Grey Cloud. They have superpowers. I've realized that. They have superpowers. It's just a matter of time that they understand this, but they have superpowers. What we are talking about here are not regular everyday conversations. The fact that you're understanding all this and you connect with all this is that you have superpowers, because I know I do. And it takes one to know one. And Cloud, you do too, and Amil as well. Whatever you call it, a superpower or understanding of self or self-awareness or overall, I call it superpower. I want it to sound fancy to me. That makes my inner child very happy. I was always fascinated towards superheroes, and that's how I talk to myself. I say I have superpowers. When I talk to invisible energies, well, I see them a lot, but you know when I see all this, when I encounter these energies, when I talk to them, um, and they're happy. Sometimes I've been forced to take very harsh actions, but that was rare. Like, bring them to the basic level, alchemize them to their core, like default system. I had to do that to some energies who were very stubborn, who were just not ready to let go. They were like do or die, those kind of entities. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you three chances. You talk to me, you understand, and you go. You choose the higher path. And if not, then I have to bring out the big guns. That's my fire. The creator made great lights. Yeah, the creator did. The creator did. Speaking of dragons, I had a red dragon that guides me. Sometimes I'm less aware, but as of late, I'm very aware again of him. Wow, that's beautiful. I am like blue orange dragon. I'm that kind of dragon. like fire and ice kind of dragon. That's me. You don't share that often. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. I'm sure Emil is also, you know, honored to know that from you. Thank you so much, Cloud. I have a very strong, ever since I was a kid, I was like, dragons, something about dragons. And then later on, I realized, yeah, I am one. I have guides who are dragons, I have guides who are snakes, I have, you know, many alien guides as well. I have uh, dark, dark guides who are in a lot of darkness, who sit in a lot of darkness. I have no idea where they exist. Honestly, I don't even know what ether means. Maybe you're right. I have no idea. I just know them because they're around me. I see them a lot. I see them a lot. And I understood this for the first time when in 2021 I had a very severe encounter with the dark energy. It that dark energy was sent to me by somebody deliberately through black magic and stuff. I don't know. I know who sent it, but anyway. And I was sitting, I was meditating, I was trying to connect with that person who did that to me, and I encountered that darkness, dark energy, and suddenly my body, in my trance, my body was set on fire. It was like like Ghost Rider. There was so much fire that everything started burning around me, and that entity turned to ashes, and it washed away, got washed away after that. And later on, I realized, a few months after that, I realized that I started seeing synchronicities about dragons everywhere, fire and ice, fire and ice. So I realized, and a lot of other things, of course. And now, through all these years, I know myself. So the sun to rule by day, the moon and the stars to rule by night. The Creator guides people through the harsh, dark wilderness with light. Yeah, harsh, dark wilderness guides. I think, okay, interesting. I, to my opinion, okay, to adding to this, what you just said, I think I feel, honestly, more than think, I feel that when I look at the universe, I look at the sun, I look at the stars, I look at the moon, I know they're all inside me as well. My fire, my passion is the sun, my emotions are the moon, my dreams, my goals are the stars. If they all shine bright, I do as well. And if I am a dark ocean, if there's a dark ocean around me, so I am the light as well. So I don't see I don't see everything. What you're saying, I get it, but like I said, I don't see everything as the wilderness. I think there are phases in our lives. And if you see your life as wilderness, that means you've encountered a lot of shit in your life. And I'm very sorry for that. For a very long time, I also believed, I also felt that life is dark and we have to constantly, we need to constantly be guided through it. But I think that is not always true. That doesn't always happen, not throughout your life. Maybe for some people, they're in darkness all the time and they constantly need to, keep shining or keep looking for light to be guided like the North Star. Yes, the Creator has beautiful ways to guide us, yes. But when the sun shines, there's no darkness. It's only light. So there's no darkness around us at all. Darkness does not exist. So that's also one aspect of our life. I feel that it's not, we are not in the center of darkness all the time. There are moments, there are phases when there's just light. And little aspects of, very little aspects. Like it's like darkness in light rather than light in darkness. Like a vast ocean of light and little patches of darkness. And sometimes there's this vast ocean of darkness with patches of light, the yin and yang, like that. So, light is within. When we awake to that, we can start shining ourselves. Yes, of course, you're right. But honestly, I think sometimes people don't even know when they're already shining. They don't even have to, because probably sometimes some people ascend or awake in previous lifetimes, and they take this light in their next lives as well, and they're already shining and they don't know that they're already shining. People around them see this, but they don't know this. And so people project a lot of hate and jealousy and envy on them, and they're in this self-doubt that am I even worth it, while they're shining all this while. They don't even know this about themselves. I think it's like that. Just like the sun shining, and the sun shining bright, and the sun doesn't even know that it's the reason that everything is so lit up. Sometimes it takes someone's light shining bright that I'm reminded of. Yeah, I also have some of that as well. Most definitely, I'm pretty sure you do. Not sure, I know. Yeah. Of course, of course. I'll show you something, guys. Are you ready? This is Monsoon. This is my cutie. This is my little light. My other cat is sleeping. She sleeps with me, so she's waiting for me to sleep. This is Monsoon. Yeah, isn't she sweet? She's so cute. She's my little angel. She has a very interesting story. 2019, it was my 25th birthday, and a week before my birthday, I started seeing dreams of getting a cat. Like somebody, my siblings gifting me a cat for my birthday, a kitten. And I was like, I know you guys are gifting me a kitten. They were like, no, we are not. We have another plans for you. I was like, no, I know. Don't lie to me. I've been dreaming of, getting a kitten, getting a cat, getting a cat. They're like, no, dude, you're in this delusion. You're just watching dreams because you probably want a cat, but we're not gifting you a cat. Well, before they gifted me something, I got her. I rescued her from a parking lot just adjacent to my building where I was staying in that time in 2019. And I heard her crying morning 5:30 in the morning, and I rushed downstairs and I was like, where is this kitten crying in the early in the morning? And then I heard it from inside a car, and I went under the car and I turned on the flash, and she was right inside the engine, and she went inwards towards the engine. And I waited for 2.5 hours because I did not know who the car belonged to. And I finally managed to find the owner of the car, and they opened the bonnet of the car, and there she was sitting, this little bundle of joy. And I picked her up and was like, you're mine, you're my gift. God sent you to me on my birthday. So that's her. Felines are magical. Yeah, man, they are. Totally, they are. Oh my god, she's so precious. Falguni, it's amazing how you felt the light, the fire shine and burn with you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really glad we had this conversation. I don't think we had much of a conversation anyway. I was talking most of the time, and you guys were just poor guys. You were just listening to me. But I'm glad nonetheless. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. But yeah, it's quite interesting. You know, the core of everything is, I guess, energy is energy. How we treat it, how we use it, is what puts meaning to it. Like kinetic energy, or sound energy, or static energy, or electrical energy, or whatever. Energy is energy. Charge is charge. How we use it is what puts meaning to it. Our intention is what adds meaning to the energy. So yeah, I guess that's it. I think I've said everything that was coming to my mind. everything that's coming to my mind right now. I think my brain is empty for the while. Of course, I can go on forever and ever talking about all these things, but right now my brain is like, you need to relax because I have a flight to catch tomorrow evening, late in the evening. But I think I'm pretty content with this conversation. I think I can peacefully sleep now. I think I've said enough and my heart is happy. And I hope I didn't bore you guys. And I'm so glad we had this conversation. I'm so glad that we three were on the same page about it. We understood everything we shared with each other. And I hope we find more people like this. I hope we find more people who are open to, who are curious, who are open, and so that we can do wonders in this world. We can actually do miracles in this world and help everyone and make this planet a beautiful place and everyone is happy. I know that is a far-fetched dream, but it is a dream and I will do it. I will keep trying till I die. And even if after I die, I'm going to come back to earth as a tree and grow everywhere and grow a lot of flowers and fruits for everyone and give away a lot of oxygen. Because I know next time I'm coming, I'm not coming as a human being. I think I'm done with the reincarnations. I think this is my last lifetime. I most definitely feel that. But anyway, I'm happy to see you well. Yeah, thanks. Stay safe. Ditto, Cloud. It was so good to have this conversation with you again. Is there anything else you want to say? Cool, let's stay for a minute and then I'll go. But I'm so happy. I'm going to meet my siblings tomorrow and they don't even know that I'm visiting them. It's a surprise. It's a surprise and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They don't know. They don't know that I'm coming. I'm taking a lot of food and a lot of snacks with me. And I'm going to bombard their house with all these snacks and all this food. And they'll be like, whoa, sister, and bonus. I'm Indian. I'm from India. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess I'll take leave now. It's late here. It's 11:08 p.m. and it's raining cats and dogs. And USA? No, dude, I live in India. Very close to Pakistan, for that matter, actually, but not in Pakistan. I live in India. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. And you guys take care. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful evening. Whatever it is. Have a beautiful, beautiful whatever. Okay? You guys take care. I will see you very soon.